Oh yeah, this is gonna be a fun one, all right. All right, so this is kind of like a not like a continuation of the Angrboda video, even though that came out last year. It's crazy that it's been a year since I uploaded that video. But it is kind of like a part two in many ways, or like something that kind of is added onto it, because I remember when I first uploaded that video, how everybody was saying, oh, if they added like a white person, or if a Chinese person was added into the African mythology, I'm sorry, the Egyptian mythology, with all these, you know, brown people and African Americans, oh, everybody would lose their shit. But isn't that what isn't that what they were going to do at first with God of War 2018? This game, technically, was supposed to be set in Egypt. Like, this is supposed to be an Egyptian game. But then they changed it to Norse, and they kind of changed a few things. It also looked like Atreus was also brown as well, instead of being the white that he is in this game, or at least in the Norse mythology. I think that it would be incredibly difficult in many regards to maybe even add Atreus into the Egyptian world, but there are many things that you could do for Kratos, considering that in Greece, he did look incredibly brown. I mean, he looked brown. And that, I mean, he looked almost browner than I did. Shit, he'd fit into Egypt so easily. Atreus, on the other hand, he's white as shit. I don't see him at all being able to fit into the Egyptian universe. But if he did, I think that a lot of people would be more accepting of that than they were with Angrboda. And I think you know why? You know? I think the anti-SJW people wouldn't care if Atreus got sent to Egypt and now he was also a part of the gods there that went around and killed people. Like, I don't think anybody would be mad at that as much as they are with Angrboda. But my point is, I don't think they'll add Atreus into the Egyptian universe. I think what they're going to do is end Ragnarok, have Atreus lead potentially whatever universe is going on in Norse mythology, set that up potentially for maybe the future, and send Kratos to Egypt. And I know this might sound stupid, it's a very, very weird theory, but if Egypt is the next place they go, what if they completely just like remove the ass from Kratos and he's back to like that skin color that he was in the original game? I think that he would fit in perfectly well. He'll fit in perfectly fine. I don't know how his ass got removed. Maybe Odin did some magical shit. It's possible. It's incredibly possible. But I just don't see them shoving Kratos and shoving Atreus as they are into the Egyptian world and making them do what they do. I feel like if they're going to add anybody into that world, it's just going to be Kratos, and they're going to keep Atreus back. Because the main central focus of God of War isn't Atreus, even though he is playing a big part within that kind of segment of the franchise. It doesn't necessarily seem like he'll be like the main character unless they legitimately kill Kratos. So if Kratos dies and Atreus lives, I don't see them going to Egypt. If Kratos lives and Atreus lives, I see them going there and keeping Atreus at of course, Norse mythology. Or they can also kill Atreus and have just Kratos move to the next mythology. You know, there are so many things that they can do here. But I think the main problem is the race thing. Like, I feel like a lot of people would not be mad if they explain it, if they explain why, of course, a white person is in Egypt. But I think there's going to be some backlash. I also think the anti-SJW group will try to, like, point out the obvious outlet or outrage that's going to be there, kind of like what many people did with with Angrboda, because when that happened, bro, that shit was wild. We literally had people changing Angrboda's skin color from black to white. I was shocked. I like could not believe it. But I don't see people doing that for God of War, and or at least for Egypt's God of War. I don't see them doing that. Of course, this is all a big race thing, and I know that I made a video similar to this last year, and it got a lot of outrage and a lot of backlash, and a lot of people were mad. A lot of people were actually very happy I made that video. But I think for this, I don't see people getting as frustrated as they did with Angrboda. I think if done right, especially if Angrboda is a part of somewhat of the Egyptian universe, and they've already explained in this next game that Egypt is somewhere that you can visit very easily, I don't see anybody getting mad at white people being in the Norse, or I'm sorry, the Egyptian mythology. Also, I'm not trying to like say anything stupid here, but a lot of the gods are like not even really human, or like human looking. A lot of them are like, you know, half animal, half human, like hybrids, like half cow and half lion, half bird and shit like that. So killing the gods, I don't think would be that big of an issue. But seeing the civilians and potentially going through the collateral of them, I think a lot of people might be mad that, oh, a white character is coming into Egypt and killing all these brown people. That might be a bit of an issue, but besides that, I don't think killing the gods themselves, who also sometimes are represented as gold, would be that big of an issue. Not to mention that they were going to add Kratos to Egypt when they first started the concept of God of War 2018. So I can easily see them doing it again. I can see some type of backlash happening, but I don't see it being as bad as Angrboda was. One black character in the Norse mythology blew white people's minds, bro. People were freaking the fuck out and trying to like say, what if Martin Luther King was played by a white man? Are you really comparing Angrboda to Martin Luther King? A character literally only designed to give birth to monsters to a civil rights activist? Are we really doing that? I really hope that doesn't happen in the Egyptian game where people are starting to do shit like that, because I'm going to fucking lose my mind if that shit happens again. But I don't think that, you know, having Kratos, or even if they did add Atreus into that universe, I don't think that's going to be like a big problem, and I don't think a lot of people would look twice at it. So tell me what you guys think in the comments below. I want to know what you guys' thoughts are on this whole topic. Do you think that it would be a good idea to go to Egypt with these characters, or do you think that they should stay away from that mythology and potentially just add Kratos in there besides having Atreus, or maybe even just not even touching the Egyptian universe at all until they actually have a good reason to? I want to know what you guys think in the comments below. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe for more videos in the future, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Peace out.